a fire starter. You're a fire starter.
My whiskey dick is useless, can barely fill my face. So now I'm back at Hula Hut, looking for a taste to shoot it fast, shoot it hard at another whiskey bar. Throw it down, throw it back, toss it round, pass it back. Lick the salt, suck the lime, kill the shot and killing time. Throw it up in the sink. When I'm with my friends, I drink. I drink. I drink.
Hey, welcome to another Mad Speakeasy. I don't know why I'm doing it like I'm on NPR. Like, welcome to another Mad Speakeasy. I'm so bad at intros, like starting these things off. Like I'm either like overly animated for it or under. Anyway, hey, welcome. Mad, what am I tonight? The Madnevolent.
Clever. Very clever.
Thank you. And I'll get to it in a minute. And joining me is Stieg. Always a pleasure to have Stieg.
Oh, thank you. Always a pleasure to be on.
Oh, thank you. I always enjoy having you on.
Well, I always enjoy being on.
Dude, the potato thing today cracked me up with the Princess Bride one.
Yeah. Was it Rennie who had posted it?
Oh, I don't know who started that pun off.
Yeah. I think I said something and then Mark chimed in and then it escalated.
It got out of control. Anyway, by the way, speaking of potatoes, so I started rewatching Game of Thrones from like season 1. And
Stop
man,
after season 4.
Boy, the first season is so good. I'm like 5. I'm on episode 5, I think, maybe 6. It's so good. It's weird because like I know where everything's heading for the most part. Like I remember most of it, but like even still though, dude, like the it's just like top grade stuff, man. That's going on with between the acting and the storytelling, and I don't know what happened.
Oh, they decide. Well, basically, they got high on their own fame and decided they didn't need George Martin anymore. So they just abandoned the books after season 4 and merged character storylines and got rid of characters. Other characters didn't even make it to the show. Mm-hmm. And then they started killing off people willy-nilly just to, get the reaction videos, right?
Yeah, I think that, and also like they had so many things like that they wanted to move on to, like their Star Wars thing. I think they had talks about that or whatever, and a few other things, and they just wanted to move on to something else. So they're like, we're going to wrap this up because HBO would have just kept funding them,
Remember Dario? Daenerys' boyfriend?
Yeah.
They forgot about him.
They forgot about him.
Yeah. He's just over there.
Oh, and they forgot that. What did they say about what's her name? When she was flying, they were like, "Oh well, she forgot that they had ships."
Yeah, they had literally put the ships on the map in the episode before. That's where their ships are. The only ships along that coast.
But she forgot that those things were around between episodes.
Did you notice the other plot hole there? All her ships got sunk, right? And they swam ashore Dragonstone, which is an island. How did they get off that island without ships?
It's a lot like I think I made this joke during one of our Street Smarts when we were watching a Neil Bren movie, because he always shows everyone, like he will go out of his way to show how someone got from point A to point B, like for no reason. Like you're just going to see them driving almost the entire way. He will not let you you will not wonder how they got somewhere. And I think that comes from like him watching Batman. The Dark Knight Rises, because he was in the hole, and everyone was like, "Wait a minute, how did he get back to Gotham when he got out of the hole?"
Yeah.
Like, you will not see that type of plot hole in a Neil Bren movie. He will show you all of it.
Oh,
the whole travel.
There's some enormous ones. In season 1, when the undead guy attacks the Lord Commander at the castle.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, they bring a ranger back in through the wall.
Mhm.
And later on, when Benjen returns, right, in season 6 or something,
Okay.
he meets Bran, Bran's uncle, lost beyond the wall. He got killed with that ranger, basically, in season
Benji.
1. Yeah, Benjen.
Oh,
He's
is that?
only in
I always thought they call him Benji.
No, it's Benjen.
Okay.
But anyway, he's kind of undead.
Yeah.
And he says, yeah, I can't pass the wall because there's magic in it that wards off the undead. And like, the guy who got killed with you passed through the wall in season 1 and attacked the Lord Commander.
Okay, but was he undead before he got onto that side of the wall?
Yeah, because Benjen said, they were turning him and his friends.
Okay.
And then the Children of the Forest kind of stopped the process in him,
right,
and saved him. But the others were turned. So they were turned way before they went through the wall. Which, that stuff, though, with Benjen doesn't even happen in the books.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they haven't found him yet. He hasn't showed up.
That's interesting. I guess I didn't pick up on that really, because but I guess if you destroy the wall, then it's okay for the undead to come through.
I don't know. They haven't attacked the wall in the books yet.
Oh, yeah, I haven't read the books either.
And the old guy in the cave that Bran met,
yeah,
not a nice guy in the books at all. It looks like he's turned Bran into a cannibal at this point.
Oh, that's always fun.
Yeah, and you can kind of tell he's a villain in the early seasons as well, because when Sam runs into the White Walker and kills him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the crows land in the trees around Sam and stuff and start making noise to alert the White Walker, basically leading the White Walker to him, right?
Right.
And then Sam kills him, and then the crows attacks him and Gilly, and they run off. Well, if the crows were being controlled by the old man in the cave, he's clearly on the team of the White Walkers, because he led them to Sam and Gilly, and then the crows attacked them. So, and then there's a 180 later on. He's just, I'm just a good guy.
That made me think of a great one. Best cannibal movies. Off the top of my head, I can go off the top of my head. I got to say, Ravenous is right up there with the best.
That was the first one that popped into my head.
Yeah,
Robert Carlyle.
A good movie.
That is a good movie.
Yeah, Guy Pearce. Yeah, Guy Pearce is in it. Even Courtney Cox's ex-husband, whatever his Deputy Dewey, whatever his name is, he's in it. David Arquette. Yeah. It's and I forgot who played the villain, the antagonist, but he was awesome in it.
That's Robert Carlyle.
Okay, yeah. All right, you said that name.
Yeah.
I liked him a lot. Hey, wake down. Hey, if it quiets down in there, dude, feel free to join. I'll send you a link. But yeah, I loved at the end the Bon Appetit line. It's so good.
Yeah, it's I don't like cannibalism. Because it makes me not want to eat anything. But
I had
movie though.
It was a great movie. I had an idea for like a parody book. It would be a cookbook by the Donner family, and it'd be like if I ate, not even a cookbook. It would be called If I Ate Them. Kind of like O.J. Simpson's the book he was going to come out with, like If I Killed Them.
Yeah, it should be 8 volumes.
That's all. Yeah, okay, you got me with that one. That's good. But Yeah,
That's
I don't.
a book you can really sink your teeth into.
Beautiful. There was this show that was on Netflix with Drew Barrymore, who I find to be like one of the most unattractive leading actresses. Like they always try to get people to think like, "Ooh, look how attractive on board. Look how attractive Drew Barrymore is." And I'm like, "No, like I just don't. I don't know what it is. I do
No,
not
I've never been attracted to Drew Barrymore at all.
know." It
It's
she was
never
in
happened.
Well, she was in this show. I forgot what it was called, Santa Rita. I don't know, on Netflix, where she's a cannibal or a zombie or something. And they have like, I was like, oh, I can't. I watched it as long as
Yeah,
I could. I just couldn't do it.
I think her mouth, eyes, and nose are too close together,
Oh, interesting.
so it looks weird.
You can see that. Like, but she is in a really good movie I really like. What's Fever Pitch with
You know what? There should be like a porn actress called Drew Barrymore.
yeah, should it?
Yeah, should
This is
be.
it would be. Uh, oh, man, I can't think of another cannibal movie that I even tolerated.
I haven't seen that many, but I remember Ravenous. But here's the thing, though: if you turn into a werewolf and eat a person, are you then a cannibal?
Wait, I'm sorry. Say it again.
If you turn into a werewolf and you eat a human being, are you a cannibal then?
Only
Because
if
when
you eat
you
them.
change back, then the human flesh will still be digesting in your stomach, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I see that. I think it would only like if you ate them when you were in human form, that would make you a cannibal, right? Because
What if you have
but you,
something stuck in your teeth though when you wake up and you swallow it?
mm,
Oh,
I will
Bone
see. Now it comes
Tomahawk.
down to choice. Yeah, Bone Tomahawk. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
excellent movie. Kurt Russell
love
in
that
it.
movie. Yeah.
Doesn't have
Oh
any
yeah.
dumb women.
It has one, and she gets fridged immediately.
Yeah, exactly. The director knew
Yep. S. Craig
what he had to
Zoller.
do.
Yeah, yeah. S. Craig Zoller. He does great work. He did Dragged Across Concrete and Brawl in Cell Block 99.
I watched Dragged Across Concrete a few weeks ago.
Good. I like it a lot.
Yes, I liked it too, but I wouldn't. It's not one I want to rewatch.
Really, I rewatched it, but there was a big gap in between.
Hmm.
Did you see Brawl in Cell Block 99?
Not yet.
That's a good one to check out as well. It's his other movie.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Yeah, I like Drag Across Concrete. It was a slow burn, but like, I mean, all of his movies really are. I think Bone Tomahawk is like the probably the best paced of his movies, and I have no problem with his pace, but I think it's I always like recommend people watching that first out of his three movies because it's the most widely the easiest for people to get into in general because of how well paced it has a quicker pace to it or whatever. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Also, it's a Western horror movie, which is rare.
Well, but see, like it doesn't even reveal for the most part that it's a like a horror movie. You know, it's just it's your one of your most accessible. Thank you. It's really it starts and has that feel of your typical setup for a Western, right? Like
Yeah.
you got to go and fight the savages and get back whoever and rescue someone, but it turns out like you know what I mean. Like these things are crazy, but
Yeah, and they're competent.
yeah.
This is probably the last time we saw the guy who plays Jack from Lost in anything. He had a small part in that one,
And I
we
didn't
haven't
even
seen
recognize
since.
him, and I
Yeah.
thought he was great in it.
Oh yeah, we haven't seen him since.
Ooh, forgot about Alive.
Yeah, I saw a spoof that someone did on Alive, where they there were two survivors, and every time a search party came, they killed them and ate them. And they were like doing dishes and putting the plates into ribs and stuff, like a dish rack, or
Oh.
yeah, they were like making use of all of them. And then another search party arrived to look for the first search party, and they killed them too. They were basically just living in the plane wreck, getting food delivered.
That's funny. Oh man. I don't know how much we can go on cannibal movies. I think we touched on all of the decent ones. I liked your werewolf thing. I'm not sure. I think that because it's not a free choice that he makes to eat other people. You know what I mean? Because it's not him choosing to eat people.
Yeah. Yeah. I would eat other things if I was a werewolf, hopefully. And like sheep and maybe a deer.
A little bit, yeah, man. I got good sleep today though. I woke up kind of late.
It's not a Paltrow candle, by the way.
Hey Tommy. By the way, so Bone Tomahawk, not only is it considered a Western, it was voted and agreed upon being the best Western.
Yeah, I was here when it happened.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And I think Ernest Goes to Jail was the best prison movie.
I think that was definitely in the conversation for it. Oh man, they need more Westerns, dude.
Yeah.
Well, I guess maybe not right now.
I don't know. Last one I saw that was the Magnificent Seven remake.
It was fine.
Yeah, it was fine, but I don't know. I like the original.
I do too. The 1960.
Yeah,
I love it. Is one of my favorite Westerns, man. And I love Yul Brynner in it. Oh man, I forgot the other guy. Kind of like the main guy or whatever.
Steve McQueen.
Yeah. Oh yes. Oh geez, I'm embarrassed for that. But yeah, Steve McQueen, his little anecdote or whatever about I once knew a man who took off all his clothes and jumped into a cactus field. And I asked him, I was like, why did you do that? And he said, well, it seemed like a good idea at the time.
Yeah, probably did.
It was way better than whatever. I forgot. It was something about jumping from a window or something that they did that they tried to, imitate it on the new one, the remake or whatever. But whatever.
Yeah. Open Range was a damn good Western.
It's a slow one. But yeah, I agree with you. It's definitely a slow burn. I loved this shootout. I loved Kevin Costner in it for sure. But I don't know if he directed that one or not. I don't think he did. Did he? I bet he did, huh? Kevin Costner?
I don't know if he directed it, but
because his
Robert
movies
Duvall
are always
was in it too. He's always awesome.
Yes. Oh, dude, Lonesome Dove. Oh my God.
That one I need to rewatch because I haven't seen it since the 90s.
Oh, okay. I think I tried to get my girlfriend to watch it. I think we got through like maybe the first part. She was very hesitant going in anyways, but
then why is she still your girlfriend?
Because I love her very much. We started rewatching The Matrix. Actually, we finished the second movie today. Boy, the first one holds up. I really got into it.
You know what? I did the same a few months ago. I watched the first one. That was great.
Yeah.
I did the second one. I had to watch it, I watched half of it, and then a few days later, I watched the second half, and then I'm like, I don't want to watch the third one.
So, okay, I understand why that first act leading into into a lot of the second was almost unbearable. All of the Zion stuff with the 5-minute techno music video of cutting between that rave and Neo and whatever Trinity boning. I didn't need any of that.
No, it was like, we're hiding in a cave and we have to make sure the robots don't hear us. So let's have a rave party.
Well, not even that. It did nothing for me. It didn't make me invest any more into any of the characters in Zion whatsoever.
I wanted them to die. All of them.
It just made me not like it. Oh, okay, Tommy, hold on. Yeah, I guess maybe not like it, but outside of the horrible CGI, and man, is it horrible. I really started getting into it, and I really started enjoying it once it got away from Zion, I guess, for the most. That fight is so bad with him in the pole spinning.
Yes.
Hey, Tommy.
Hey, what's going on?
Hi, Tommy.
What's going on, Steve?
Insomnia galore.
We were talking about The Matrix. We both rewatched it.
And this is making it worse, though, because every time Mad speaks, I listen intently, so I don't miss anything. So I'm just becoming even more awake.
Tommy, when was the last time you rewatched the Matrix trilogy?
You know what? I think I watched one of the movies. That's all I can say. I don't remember which one it was. I watched one of them. I don't know which one it was.
If it was good, it was the first one.
You know what? I have this penchant for if everybody else loves it to death, I almost don't want to see it.
It makes me more critical going into it. I don't necessarily like avoid it, but I'm definitely aware of if people start praising something too much. I'm like, okay, well, I'll give it a shot. But
Arwen is in the chat saying she will hold me like she did on Naboo. I like that. She held me like upside down by one leg and walked me across the field. That was awesome. That's how she held me on Naboo. She has mighty biceps, you see.
If Jacob ate someone, Twilight. I'm not talking Twilight. Although I am Team Jacob.
Everyone in Twilight can eat shit, and that's the truth of it.
Will it sparkle afterwards, though?
Yeah.
Ooh. So I disagree. There's a lot of good ideas in the second one. Some of the philosophical ideas or whatever about determinism versus liberal free will. I don't think they did a good job really getting into that. And there was a lot there, but I think it's really held back by the shoddy CGI, to say the least.
It had Monica Bellucci in a tight outfit. That made the movie at least a 6 out of 10.
Oh, hey, look at that. You got
I've never heard anyone say that to me before. Thank you.
Ignoring some of these. We have a cap on how many women are allowed in the chat. Just letting y'all know that.
Yeah, you need to do that.
Yeah, you got to put limits on this.
We want a chat, not a committee.
So I finished the second one. I really got into it in the later part of the second act and in the third act. It really pulled me back in, and I actually do want to see the third one, mostly because of the ending and how cheap it was, like to be continued. My girlfriend was like, I immediately feel like we should watch the next one. We didn't. But
what was the one where they came out of the machine?
The first one.
That was the first one with the pods or whatever they busted out of. Okay, that's the one I seen then.
Yeah, you're good. You don't have to see the other ones. I don't necessarily recommend them, but there were some pretty interesting ideas because, what really made me question, so when he goes and see the Oracle, which is in the first one, Tommy, you saw it, and she's like, I would offer you to sit, but I know you're not going to, and then she says, don't worry about the vase, right? And he goes, what vase? And he knocks it over and it breaks, right? And she goes, what's really going to cook your brain or whatever she said is later on when you're like, would I have knocked over the vase if she didn't tell me not to worry about the vase? If she wouldn't have brought it up, right? Because of his reaction to her bringing it up caused him to break it.
Would you say she was evasive?
But Yeah, you could, but no, that gets really intrigued me. I'm like, yeah, it's very interesting because it made me think of how with media today or whatever, you're always going to hear about the forced inclusion and diversity in this community or whatever, and it's everywhere. But I've noticed that going back and watching, like girlfriend and I, we watched Jason, what was it? The Dream Warrior, Dream Commander, Dream Master.
But, that's the Elm
Freddy
Street.
Krueger.
Oh yeah,
Nightmare on Elm
that
Street,
one.
Dream
Yeah,
Warrior.
That's the Dream Warriors. That's the third one.
Yeah.
That's the second. Oh,
No,
that
it's
is
the
the third
third.
one. So
Yeah.
the fourth one then was the Dream Maker, Dream Commander, Dream Master.
The Dream Child or something.
That's the fifth one. The fourth one is Dream Master.
Yeah, that one. I like the third one. I think that's the best in the whole series.
Oh well, she says the fourth one, the Dream Master or whatever.
Oh,
But and I'm watching, I'm like,
then she's wrong.
So I'm watching, I'm like, oh wow, like it was pretty diverse, and most of the horror movies, those type, is going to have a female protagonist. What do they call them? The Scream ladies,
Yeah.
whatever. But it you think back and like, wait, like the '90s on TV, you had Family Matters, you had Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, In Living Color, and I think what happens is, like, a lot of us, hey Steven, a lot of us, like, we're aware of it, so then we notice it. Does that make sense? Like, because I think, like, we can sometimes scream queens. Sorry, I think a lot of times, like, we can be overly not overly sensitive to, but like hyper aware of it being an issue, and so like it becomes front and center of what you're watching.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's very easy to, if you're fed up with the woke stuff and all,
Mm-hmm.
it's very easy to just kind of just look for it because you're expecting it to happen.
Absolutely,
And much shit happens, I tend to lose interest in the movie because it's just, okay, I'm not watching entertainment anymore. I'm being preached at.
yeah. Which it's always nice to have find a gem out there that actually does not do that it doesn't really preach to you about it. Like Benny Loves You. I keep talking about it, guys. You got to see it. Benny Loves You is a great one.
Hello.
Yeah, that thing with everyone wanting to be represented in the movie, and the only thing you need for that to happen is to have the skin color on screen, which means people are just skin deep then. And it's weird because when I grew up, my favorite movie was Beverly Hills Cop, right? And I grew up on an island in Norway. I could not identify at all with Axel Foley. I was not an African American police officer from Detroit.
No way.
Yeah.
Are you serious, Steve?
I did put a banana in a tailpipe of a car, though, and it works.
Hey, man, you ain't going to put no banana in my tailpipe, okay?
Oh, I did it. And my friends kind of voted for me to do it because I had the VHS movie. That was their argument.
Well, if you could say the same thing about a lot of those different movies, like whether it was Richard Pryor or whether it was some of those other guys, because like Eddie Murphy as well, because like I really like the 48 Hour series too, including Beverly Hills Cop. And you know what? I damn sure, don't identify with everything. Okay, yeah, I identify with the whole city living and the mentality of that because that's how I grew up living in Trenton. I get that. But as far as like, being black and being a cop or being, a criminal out of jail on leave with a cop, I can't identify with those things, but I could still enjoy them for what they are because they're supposed to be escapism.
Yeah. Eddie Murphy could do no wrong in the 80s. But I saw some, the actors who did the best at the box office in the 80s. Harrison Ford was number one because of Star Wars and Indiana Jones, right? But if you remove those two franchises, Eddie Murphy is the top one. He was the highest billed actor in the 80s.
Not sure he was black. That's not possible.
Yeah, it's completely impossible.
So, well, I'm sure some people know this, but like my stepdad was black. Well, he's still black. Yeah, he's still an African American. He's just no longer my stepdad. I don't want you to think like it was a Sammy Sosa or Michael Jackson situation. Like, still, you know. But anyway, it was interesting growing up like that, and especially in East Texas. I was very close to Casper, Texas. If you know anything about what happened to that place in the 90s, wasn't good. But anyway, so I was kind of like in both, like in two different worlds there, because I would spend a lot of time with both my mom and then you know, my stepdad and his family, and also then with my dad and stuff like that. And like my first cassette was Digital Underground. So it was awesome. You know what I mean? So like and a lot of horror. Tommy and I talked about this earlier about like watch the Pumpkinhead. I don't know if you ever seen
Pumpkinhead is awesome.
No, that was a fun movie. And you know what? Some of the stuff that they actually cover in the comics that you don't know about during the movie, it explains a whole lot extra. It's not needed to enjoy the movie, but it's just nice little extras like, oh, okay, well, he's the spirit of vengeance and all this other stuff. That was interesting. If you look through the you know, even if you don't have to read the comics, you could just look through the articles about the comics and they'll tell you everything you need to know about it. Interesting stuff.
Oh, Matt, do you know what you call a white man with a big dick?
No, what?
Michael Jackson.
We don't. Well, you can't confirm what side. Did your stepdad touch you? Of course. Like we would play basketball. By the way, I still shoot like this because like he played in college, whatever, and he would. I mean, dude, he never took it easy on me. He blocked all of my shots, and most of it we were playing like 21. Would be me standing under the rim as he just shot free throws over and over again, and me passing it to him.
Matt, can you make a grunting face?
Absolutely not. I don't care for what like no. I don't know what you're doing. I don't care for it.
Because that would be the perfect clippable right there. Did my stepdad touch me? Of course. And then the grunting face. Material right there. You got to be a little bit more situationally aware of what you're saying sometimes.
Well, no, I wanted to respond to it in some way because that is just a weird question to ask. I don't know how like most people will, you know what I mean? Like, what do you say? Like, no, of course not. Like, you can't take it serious, but whatever. But yeah, we touched. He shook my hand one time.
Was it a firm
handshake? By the way, weird thing, I just thought of this. He loved I Am Just a Girl by No Doubt when that song came out. Like, I don't know what it was.
Did he roll down the windows and sing it?
No.
That's not a cool song to love, though, really.
Yeah, I know. It was very like weird. But yeah, no, like that's where I got into like Zapp and Roger and Curtis Mayfield, like some really good that, you know.
I don't know who those people are.
Oh, dude, Curtis Mayfield, legit. He did Superfly.
What's that?
That was a movie. Anyway, I'd have to check the expiration date of my Inward Pass. I don't know if you have to update it or not, but I used to have one. I don't know the expiration date on those, but
that only works in certain circles, though. If you have a certain circle of friends of that race, you're allowed to say it because they know you and you're in with them, and it's all fine. But once you say it outside that circle, you know that that little card you're carrying is no longer valid.
Yeah. They do not even ask for it. Oh, ran into that so many times out when I was in East St. Louis. My goodness, they really were sensitive about that.
I don't even use that word because it's not a thing in Norway.
It's true.
Yeah. So never use that word.
But you can always go to Clerks 2 route, Stieg, and say you're trying to reclaim it.
No, they can. Whoever wants it can have it.
Dude, I don't like. I loved our conversation earlier, but we were talking about growing up, and Stieg growing up in Norway sounded Chaotic, dangerous for others.
No, well, it wasn't dangerous for me.
Well,
I
for
was
others.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we watched a lot of action movies and things, and we learned from them how to live in society. If someone messed with you, you did what they did in the action movies.
You blow up their toys and throw exploding shit bombs on their porches.
Well, there was one kid who punched me during gym class, right? When I was in 3rd or 4th grade. And naturally, if someone does that, you have to take revenge. That was the rules. So I put a bar of soap in my gym sock and snuck up on him in his shower and smashed the gym sock against the back of his head till the gym sock broke, and the bar of soap too. And to this day, he doesn't know who did it because he just went down like a sack of potatoes.
Man, I don't know how y'all do this, dude. Like trying to be engaged in the conversation and also have to deal with like highlighting the chat. Like I need Kip to be awake at this time, but he's like, "Ooh, I got a job or whatever." Ridiculous.
Steve
Anyway,
Metal Jacket. That's what they were going to call that film at first.
Yeah,
What?
3rd grade. Already knew what to do.
Full Metal
What?
Jacket when they beat Pyle.
Oh, dude, that
Steve
movie
Metal
sucked
Jacket.
afterwards. Oh man, when I was in junior high, so there was this kid, dude, just big, not like muscly, but just like this big kid. He had a rat tail on purpose, and yeah, his mom was always in and out of prison. You know what I mean? And apparently, he was walking one day, and some other kids. We were in 8th grade. Right.
No
threw
joke,
bottles.
man. You know what? Kids sometimes do walk. I've seen it myself.
See there, no, you jumped in because you had a joke, but if you would so he's walking or whatever, like they threw like a bottle at him or something that broke. I mean, it didn't hurt him or anything. And so apparently he goes home and his mom's like, okay, well, put something like heavy in a sock and beat the shit out of him. That's what we would do in prison. This fucker puts a softball in like a tube sock, comes to school. And I forgot what period. We'll see. Like after 2nd period, in between 2nd and 3rd, he goes up to him and just starts wailing on this dude with this softball in his sock, knocking out all his teeth because it was insane.
He did nothing wrong. His mom taught him well.
That is no, dude. That is an overreaction to what happened.
No, you need to show your biceps.
What?
I got one for you, Mad. Now you tell
Okay.
me. You and Steve can tell me if this was an overreaction. So when I was younger, I was a little kid. I was teeny tiny. I was scrawny. My dad used to buy all those crazy metal lunch boxes for me, and the one I had that particular day was a Dukes of Hazzard metal lunch box. So as I'm walking home, which my house was just right across the street from the school I was going to, which was fortunate, this kid says, "I really like your lunchbox," and I didn't think nothing of it. I said, "Oh, thanks." He says, "Well, I want it." I said, "Excuse you?" And he's like, "I want your lunchbox right now." This kid was bigger than me. He had friends sitting there, so I gave him my lunchbox right into his face, broke all his teeth out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You did nothing wrong.
Yeah, I can kind of. I mean, I maybe tried this. De-escalating the situation. You know what I mean? Maybe, I don't know.
I thought that was de-escalating it myself. Nobody said nothing after that.
That's insane, dude. Like I
Especially
never
the guy with no teeth.
Yeah, you know what though? You could have really harmed that lunchbox. Should have thought about that.
Yeah, that's true. I might have dented it or something, or even scratched the paint. That would have been terrible.
It could have been. Yeah. Lunchboxes, dude. I don't remember what was on my lunchbox, dude. I can't even remember, man. I don't even know if I brought lunch to school very often.
Oh, we did. We had to.
You had to.
Yeah, we didn't get food at school.
See you, brother.
Hey, take care, Wake Down. Lady Bratwurst says that sounds sexy. Awesome.
Oh, I think that's 3. Avion, you got to go if you're still here. Avalon, Irvin, over the cap. But, yeah, no, I don't. Wait, why did you have to bring your lunch to school? Is it a Norway thing?
No, it's a nourishment thing. You have to eat.
I get that, but they didn't have school lunch.
No, we brought lunch packs.
Yeah, when I was a kid, we didn't at the school I was going to. We didn't have that
Yeah.
either.
Really, that's weird. No, we always had school lunches like in school available.
Well, you got to remember this, Mad. For most of the time I'm growing up, I'm living in basically it was almost like a ghetto. So
Okay, yeah.
So, yeah, it was the early days before they really made like the school lunches, like federal and all the other shit that they started imposing on states. Yeah, that was when it was like state. And it wasn't even state at that time. It was a municipal.
I don't know how true that is.
Yeah, if you have an Adam's apple, you're a man.
Yeah.
Yeah. The apple is named after a man.
Yeah. Some say one of the most important ones. Kind of started the whole.
Yeah, the first one.
Yep.
Got an apple stuck in his throat.
I don't know. Lunch boxes.
Yeah.
How did we get to that?
Tommy beat someone up with one.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Tommy's fault. Tommy beat the shit out of a guy.
He mistook the lunchbox for a punch box.
I never got into fight. I'd never been in one fight in high school or junior high or anything. Like, I don't know. I guess never really had somebody hate me that much.
I don't know. I was angry and salty all throughout almost my entire childhood, and you know what? It stuck with me.
I'm sure. Yeah, that seems like something that you're going to bring up.
I only got into fights when I wanted to take revenge. Really?
Well, I thought you were supposed to grow out of that stuff eventually.
Nobody told me. I mean, that cat scratched me the other day, and sure as hell I took revenge.
When I was in the Army, I lucked out and was able to become a combative instructor, which was a horrible week. It was one of the worst weeks that I've ever had, dude. I've never been more sore than I was that week. It was rough, dude. But
I was in the Army too. It's mandatory in Norway.
That's interesting. Kind of like the not Super Troopers, Jesus. Not Stormtroopers. Hold on, I'm almost there. Starship Troopers.
Yeah, it's because we're a small country, so we need as many possible soldiers as we can. We're rated higher than the Israeli ones, actually.
Well, yeah, don't they have a lot of women?
Yeah, we have some women, but it's not mandatory for the women, though. They have to apply.
Well, I don't know. Did they make that to where and Tommy, did they make it to where they got to apply for the draft or whatever?
Who's that?
Women in the U.S.
I don't recall if they've ever put that through yet. I know they were talking about it. It was on the table.
You know what, though? If the United States had female soldiers during World War II, all they had to do to win is to put one of them in a tank and tell her to do reverse parking in Berlin, and that city would have been destroyed in less than a day.
True, yeah. Oh, I knocked out all the power to Mahala one night. I was driving a Bradley, and I was next to something that controlled all the power. And all I heard from the BC from the Bradley commander, I heard straight, but I didn't hear straight and right. And then I just whatever I took down with the Bradley because all the power goes out. And our squad leader, he comes over the radio. Section sergeant. He comes over the radio. He's like, "Yeah, we're gonna go somewhere else. Thanks a lot there, Red 8 Delta." What's my call sign anyway? Also
I
got.
actually got turned down for military service.
Oh, really? Was it because like you were known for hitting people with lunch boxes?
No, it wasn't even that. They turned me down for a medical because I'm like over. Well, I think at the time I was probably close to 50% hearing loss in my left ear.
Oh,
So they declined me for that. And it wasn't. It was. I tried for the. I tried for Marine Reserves. They declined it. I even tried for stupid Army National Guard. They declined it. And I was like, yeah, I give up.
I joined. I wanted a free T-shirt. Saw an Army commercial. I worked at a timeshare resort at the time, and the security guard and I, we used to always like smoke weed. And there was this one came on. I was like, go call 1-800-GO-ARMY and get a free T-shirt. I was like, fuck, bro, I want a free T-shirt. So I called, and the recruiter was like at my place like the next day. Never got that T-shirt, by the way. Kind of
I actually never smoked weed.
disappointed. Really?
Yeah, someone at a party though dared me to eat some hash once, and I ate the whole chunk. It was like 4 grams, and I washed it down with moonshine, and didn't feel a thing until I got home. Then it kicked in, and walking was difficult.
Oh man, Kip. I need Kip because I
Can't
there's
do this
too
whole
many.
chat thing, huh?
No, dude. I hate this so bad. Whatever.
Matt,
see.
here's what you
Make that
got to
chat.
try one time. You got to try to run the stream,
Mm.
check out the chat, and then start dropping the links too. That's a lot of fun.
Nah, dude. Smoke weed, go Army. I didn't smoke when I was in the Army. Okay, well, yeah, but it was when I was at BAMC, like after I was injured and shit. So I don't think it counts. But
No, that doesn't count.
no, I don't think so. I honestly think they should legalize it on a federal level, but that's just me.
I don't know. I think a lot of people have enough problems with their brains, even without it, these days.
Well, yeah, I mean, but I'll tell you this one, when I was a cop, I would always prefer dealing with somebody that's high than drunk, because drunk guys
Yeah.
just want to fight.
Yeah,
Cats that were just like high on weed, they're like, come on, man.
yeah, they're
All
just
right, man.
laughing and being friendly, really. Drunk people, yeah, that's not cool.
That the Navy had tanks. I don't think so. I don't know why they would.
Well, technically they do. They're called battleships.
Yeah, they have fuel tanks.
No, fuel tanks. No. Not a tank.
Well, at one time the Army had airplanes.
True. Yeah, the Air Force was a part of the. Well, it wasn't a part of the Army, but like basically, like broke off from the Army to become
broke
the.
off Army. Well,
Air Force?
initially the Air Force technically was under the Army umbrella. Same thing
Right.
with the Marines were initially underneath the Navy.
They still are.
Well, they're still kind of like their own separate identity now. Even though, yeah, they are still part
Yes.
of the Navy, but they are and they aren't. Let's put it that way. Because they do treat them as their own branch now.
Yeah, but they're still part of the Navy. No idea what the Coast Guard does. I don't even know who they report to. Are they considered a branch? I don't know.
I am not 100% sure. I don't know if they fall under
Right.
Navy jurisdiction or not.
I don't think they do they? I don't know. Like, so little people think of them ever. Like, I don't think it ever comes up.
The Coast Guard is shit because they didn't even help Roy Scheider with the big shark in Jaws. They're useless.
Is that what they do to the Coast Guard to take care of the shark?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Scheider
know
had
if
to do
that's-
all the shit himself.
I don't know if That's a Coast Guard thing.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wasn't the one guy in the copter? Wasn't he a Coast Guard in the second?
In the
movie?
second one, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was just like a search thing.
Search and rescue.
There was that Kevin Costner movie with was it Kevin Costner and what's his name? Ashton Kutcher, right? Weren't they Kutcher, whatever? Weren't they? Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, Cooch, right? The Cooch.
Yeah.
Weren't they in a Coast Guard movie one time?
I don't know.
Steve sounds foreign. Does he have a border I can cross?
Actually, it's everyone else that sounds foreign to me.
Disagree. Strong disagree on that one. I don't know. Favorite country you ever been to, Steve?
Norway.
Tommy?
You know what? I really have never been anywhere else. I've been across most of this country, but I've never been out of it.
I've been to a few. I've been to Mexico. It was cool. I was at the good part of it though. Cozumel, whatever. Jamaica was all right. Cayman Island, I think, was my favorite out of there. That place was legit. I would never want to live any of those places because it's always different as a tourist versus living there. I like in Jamaica, there was the guards that would be at just random stores or whatever would have Uzis. That's a really bad sign if your security guards have to have fully automatic weapons.
I think that's a great idea. It's very 80s. I mean, movies don't have Uzis anymore, which means they suck. If you want a proper action movie, you have to have Uzis and at least one person doing a lot of welding.
Oh man, yeah, there used to be so much welding.
Yeah,
like a
welding.
Cobra.
Yeah.
There's this metal work going on everywhere.
Yeah, and that's one of the best movies ever made.
It's a good one, yeah. I'll give you that. That came off of what Sylvester Stallone originally had planned for the Beverly Hills Cop movie.
Yeah. Also, Cobra was supposed to be a lot longer and a lot more violent, but they had to tone it down, which is why the ending seems kind of rushed.
For which one? For Cobra?
Yeah.
Did you know he went to it was based on a book or whatever, and he went back to that guy. I was like, hey, you should put on it that I wrote it. Because of the movie. So it's a great way of thinking that you retroactively own something that you base something on.
Yeah, that's
beautiful.
Kind of what Disney's been doing for 10 years.
Yeah. Anyway, oh yeah, for sure, Tommy. But here's my not philosophy, but here's what I usually go with. If it's, I don't know, unoriginal or ran into the ground or just not funny, I'm not gonna waste my time because they're just not good. They're just not good enough to do this, even though they think you know what I mean? Is people overestimating how funny they are when they really are not. And I don't want to have to, I don't know, throw daggers at people's souls. You know what I mean? Going back and forth with people. It just doesn't feel fair.
If people have to say that they're funny, they're usually not.
In most cases, yeah, I agree.
You don't hear Jerry Seinfeld saying that he's funny. Because people just know it. Because they see it.
There would be some people that might even disagree that he's funny, though.
Yeah,
I've heard him before. I mean, that I think that's part of the problem. They just take what he does in the TV shows and they think, well, that's the limit of his comedy. and they've never seen what he does on stand up.
Richard Pryor had good stand up shows. Eddie Murphy too.
Oh, man,
you know who was Robin Williams?
Oh yeah, and Norm Macdonald. I saw he has a there's a stand up show with him on Netflix called Hitler's Dog. That one was awesome.
I think I've seen that one.
Chris Rock, his Bigger and Blacker from 1999 was just a work of art. Like the whole thing, and it all holds up. Everything that he talks about in that set, like, is still relevant today. It's brilliant. One of my favorite performances I've seen from a comedian was that one. It's just great.
I don't like him. He has a squeaky, annoying voice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Chris I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I think he's really good.
Not Norway approved.
Yeah, he was shit in Lethal Weapon 4.
What? As Butters?
Yep.
I don't know. He was okay.
The South Park Butters is way better. That's a better Butters.
Yeah, I agree. He is the superior Butter. Bert Kreischer also, by the way, is one of my favorites now. Like, still actively going. Like, I really like Bert Kreischer. He's a great storyteller. Even have his book. Joe Rogan as well, Bill Barr, all those guys.
Jimmy Carr, he's good. English fellow, says really offensive things.
Oh, Amy Schumer, yeah. I tell you what, I was really the first time I saw her was on the Charlie Sheen roast on Comedy Central. Really impressed. I thought she did a great job. Of course, they do have writers for a lot of those jokes, but even some of her on the spot little digs were really good. I was really impressed by her. I don't know what happened. Sorry to hear about your pants. Laundromats are known for that, I guess. But maybe that's just me. Like, I don't know. I thought that was one of their best roasts. Did you ever watch any of the Comedy Central roast there, Tommy?
Yeah, I actually watched quite a few of them. The one that actually cracked me up the most is when they had Flavor Flav on.
Oh, Flavor Flav. That's fun. Oh, man, I don't remember who was all on there.
Oh, well, they obviously they had his ex-girlfriend at the time, Bridget Nielsen.
Yeah.
And they had the normal crew on there. I'm trying to think of who else that they had. They had some other. Oh, I think they had Ice-T. Maybe was it Ice-T that showed up for that one? God damn, it's been a while since I've seen it.
By the way, the Charlie Sheen one has Patrice O'Neal. Love Patrice O'Neal.
They also had the one with Shatner too, which was pretty good.
Yeah, I remember that one too. The Justin Bieber one was okay, I think. I think that one was fine. But Patrice O'Neal, by the way, legend. One of the most underrated comedians ever. He operated on a different level, man. I love just listening to clips of him on anything. He was always on that Opie and Anthony show or whatever. And I'll go back and listen.
Oh God, I remember hearing that show.
I never listened to it, but I always like to check out the clips with Patrice O'Neal on there. All right. Thanks for dropping in.
Take care.
The situation killed it. I don't know. The situation is the same type of person I know. Oh, he did kill. Oh, I remember what you're talking. I forgot what he did. Yeah, it was really bad. I wonder if we could find that. May get pulled down. The situation. Oh, here we go. Yeah, he was on the Donald Trump one, right? Oh, that's the full one. Here we go. I found it. Let me share this. Check this out. This will be fine.
Should be.
Yeah. If not, who cares? I can go play Xbox. All right, let's check it out.
The chicks I used to bang before I had all this money. You're a chick, right? On the Jersey Shore, we call ugly chicks grenades. But I actually wouldn't call you a grenade because you're not blowing up anytime soon.
Oh, it's so bad. Oh, that was. Oh man.
I'm still waiting. When's the joke going to start?
Oh.
Yeah, me and you have a lot in common, buddy. What's that? We're both from Jersey, and tonight's my first night doing comedy. Well,
it's also your last night, just so you know.
Jeff Ross, yeah. Okay.
People are hating on him because Trump is always firing people, but it's kind of okay because he completely let himself go anyway.
The fuck, dude? That doesn't even track. What does that even mean? Oh my goodness. Anybody any thoughts?
No, but I wish that guy had some thoughts.
But like the setup in the punch did not correlate. They didn't.
Was that even really truly a setup?
Well, yeah, he's always firing people. What did he say? He's always firing people, but that's okay because he's let himself go. Oh, okay, I get because he let himself go. Oh man, no. Oh, okay, I get the structure. I mean, oh.
The wife is hot. The best part is she married you for love. Yup. She loves money. Oh, hey, what are you gonna do?
Wow. Just oh.
Come on, let him do his thing. Come on.
Was there more?
Don't need to.
Yeah, I don't know.
Raccoon doesn't have.
Anyway, oh man, thanks for bringing that up there, Andy. Oh, that was so bad.
That was that hurt a little bit on the inside.
It really did. It really did, man. Oh,
He just kept going too, though.
yeah. I don't know if it was like, the whole thing. Like, have you ever tried to take off a jacket while you're driving? Or like you're parked, right? And you're like, okay, I'm gonna try to get out of my jacket, and then it gets
your own jacket. No.
Oh, no, like you're like, all right, so you get undo your seatbelt, try to get your jacket off, and then the light turns green, and you're like, shit, what do I do? Like there was just this sense of panic, so he went with well, I'm already gone this far, I need to stick it out, try to make it to the other side.
Yeah, the only time I had to remove a jacket while driving was I was cold. And the lady next to me had a jacket, so I took it from her because I needed it more, I felt.
How did you take her jacket?
Yanking.
Good. Oh man, that's a good breakdown on the mechanics of how that worked. I appreciate it. Oh man, that actually makes me want to watch. Wait, what is this? A thing on your head. I don't know if I want to pet it or shoot the damn thing. See. On whose head? What is this? Make a wish. Oh, that would. I don't know. I mean, that could justify it, dude. Worst. Let's see. Roast. Here we go. No, that's devastating burn. See, I don't like the best parts. I wanted the worst ones. The Rob Lowe one was good as well. Oh, I see why that happened. Most cringe. That will work. That'll get us something. Here we go. I have no idea what this is. It's not even related to what we were just talking about, but we're going to look at it anyway. Do like this. Or do like this. Trump. Because yeah. Now I got it.
We have a problem. Conductor, we have a problem. Conductor.
Conductor, we have a problem.
Conductor, we have a problem. Conductor, we have a problem. Conductor, we have a problem. Conductor, we.
Oh, how long does this go on, dude?
I don't know until the problem's fixed. I imagined.
Problem.
Yeah.
Conductor, we have a problem. Conductor, we have a problem.
Well, he's the
Conductor, we
problem.
have a
What?
problem. Conductor, we have a problem. Conductor, we have a fucking problem. Conductor, we have a problem.
I mean,
Conductor, we
okay, but how bad can the problem be that you've had almost 30 seconds to keep talking? They just keep saying you have a problem.
have a problem. Conductor, we have a problem. Press emergency to talk. Conductor, we have a problem. 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 Conductor, we have a
What?
problem.
I don't know what's happening.
Conductor, Conductor, we have a problem.
They need to throw him off.
We have a problem.
No, he's still on
We have a
there.
problem.
Yeah, they.
Conductor, we have a problem. 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 Can you please let me push it?
Someone needs to get a gym sock with a bar of soap in it.
This,
Conductor, we have a problem.
I feel like either he has like he's mentally unwell, or this is one of those bad YouTube pranks.
I don't know. He is filming it though, which is
Yeah.
weird.
Conductor, we have a problem. Conductor, it doesn't matter. Can you imagine somebody shooting this shit up and you had a problem? You got a gun on you? You get off of me, you.
Uh oh. Oh, it's
Conductor, we have a.
This is Joseph.
Jesus, dude. That is. Oh man.
Andy, you're not the only one that's confused.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. That.
I would say he went off the rails, but he's on the train, isn't he?
Hey, he's on the crazy train.
Have you ever heard that "I Must Be Emo" by Hollywood Undead? I must be emo. It's a good song. Anyway.
This is Joseph. I'm emo, and
I called it. Did I not call that? That he was emo? Come on.
Looks emo.
I hate people that say I'm not. Just call me emo kid. Don't call me potato, please. It just gets on my nerves, okay? Just don't do it. I swear to God. Some emos do not cut themselves. I looked that up on Yahoo, alright? Give it up. For all you people that
But
don't
given
think
that
I'm
he's a
emo,
potato, he
don't-
wouldn't be cutting himself. He would be peeling himself.
Hey, you know what always works? You telling people not to do something because you don't like it. It's the Streisand effect, you know? Like you're drawing attention to it. Guy, from now on, everyone is going to call you potato.
Exactly.
Go yourself. I said it right. Go yourself.
I said it right. Did he have doubt? Like, did he think for a second, wait a minute, is that how the saying goes? Oh, yeah, I nailed it. I'm going to let everyone know how much I nailed it.
If you think I'm not emo, you know I am. Even though I don't cut myself for crying.
You know why I am. I believe you, dude.
Even though I don't cut myself and I don't cry.
I don't think he's emo. I think he's retarded.
Just go f yourselves. If you don't think I'm emo, alright? That's simple enough.
I think you're a potato.
When I was a young boy, my
Oh, dude.
Is that Adam Driver?
I don't know, but it's that damn Black Parade by what was that band?
Oh,
Come on.
wow.
What?
I can't
Oh.
think of the name of that band.
What? All right, Chad. Anybody in Chad know what that Black Parade song band was? They also did. No, that was Rooney. I get them mixed up, like with other music that was on the OC, which was a great show that I watched unironically. Man, damn it! Like whatever, forget it. I'm sure somebody will tell me in a minute.
father took me into the city.
By the way, this motherfucker better not
My
get us
Chemical
claimed.
Romance.
My Chemical Romance. Thank you very much. This fucker better not get us claimed for singing this song. Oh.
The place that they have made. Because one day.
Oh God, man, this is a really hard clip. I'll say this for this channel. Like, I appreciate that they didn't do all the memes. Like, it bothers me. People were adding like the dun, 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 like, you know what I mean, like the rap horn, or like the one where everyone's like, oh, all these different memes or whatever. Like, just let the video speak for itself. If you have to add in all this shit, maybe the clip wasn't as funny as what you thought. This is me. That's a side thing.
You, a phantom, to lead you in the summer.
Oh.
Join the Black Parade. He said, will you defeat them?
I don't know if he's angry, happy.
I think he's on something.
I don't know.
You know what? This is the perfect time to say this to everybody in the chat and anybody who might be watching later on. Just remember, kids, crack, it kills brain cells. Just remember that.
Yeah, but
yeah.
meth is the drug of gods, though. Anyway,
Hence why they have Methodists. Well, I have to get to bed now, though. I'm getting.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up. Man. I don't even want to finish this video.
It's 8:30 in the morning, and I haven't slept yet.
Oh man, Steve, I appreciate you being here so much. Tommy, thank you as well for jumping in. Really
We can
appreciate
continue without me, though.
Always fun time.
Yeah, nah, I'm good. That kid right there, his singing along just really killed me. And anyway, all right, guys, thanks for being here. Everybody in chat,
your sex life.
thanks for hanging out for this little bit. I'm gonna try to do these speakeasies more often, and I'm actually gonna try to have things to talk about beforehand, rather than rely on my friends to come in and provide the entertainment. Anyway, bye everybody.
Listen now, Mr. Kansas Law Dog. Law don't go around here. Savvy?
Hello, dog.
Hey, Barbie,
Law
I'm
don't
pretty
go
sure
around
the
here.
majority of the kids in the Wonder Years were white.
And I say, Law doggies, Law don't go around here.
I want you to know it's over.
Well, bye.